My topic is all about digital self. When we're talking about the digital self, we're talking about the self as exists within digital space. This holds differently for different people, as some of us prefer to live within pseudonymous or anonymous identity online, divested from our physical self, while the other consider the digital a more holistic identity that extends from the physical. Your digital self is gestalt in that it exists across whatever mediums, websites, and service you use. These bits are pieces together to form a whole picture of what it means to be you, or some aspect of you. This may be careful, curated, or it may be emergent property of who you are.
So, my topics is technology and social media. So, technology refers to method, system, device which are a result of scientific knowledge being used for practical purposes. Technology is changing fast. This should allow to wait for cheaper technologies to be developed. So, ang technology daw ay isang scientificong kaalaman sa mga practical na layunin ng buhay ng tao at kung minsan binabanggit ito sa pagbabago at pagmamanipula ng kapaligiran ng tao. So, ang social media naman social media refers to a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thoughts, and information through virtual networks and communication. Social media is internet-based and gives user quick electronic communication of content such as personal information, documents, video, and photos. So, ang social media daw ay ang isang kolektibong termino para sa mga website na application ng nakatuon sa komunikasyon, katulad ng Messenger, Facebook, Instagram, at ito ay isa rin paraan upang mapadali ang pagkipag-communicate sa ating pamilya or mga kaibigan. So, that's all, sir. Yan lang yung topic ko.
Individual and identity. What is individual? The word individual is all about being a single entity that cannot be divided. It can mean person or even personal. A team is made up of individuals, and each individual has individual strengths and weaknesses. Individuality is the state or quality of being an individual, particularly of being a person unique from other people and possessing one's own needs or goals, rights, and responsibilities. So, the term individual refers to one entity that cannot be split. It can refer to a person or even a personal thing. Individuals make up a team and each has their own set of skills and flaws. So, an example of individual is me. I am an individual human being. What is identity? Identity is the qualities, beliefs, personality, looks, or expressions that make a person or a group. One can regard the awareness and the categorizing of identity as positive or as destructive. The definition of identity is who you are, the way you think about yourself, the way you are viewed by the world, and the characteristics that define you. So, identity refers to a person's or group's characteristics, beliefs, personality, appearance, or expressions. Identity is defined as who you are, how you think about yourself, and how the world perceives you and the traits that define you. So, an example of identity are a person's name. And another example of identity is the traditional characteristics of Americans. So, we all know that this country is a very wealthy country. So that is identity.
So my topic is all about self-concept. So self-concept is how you perceive your behavior, abilities, and unique characteristics. For example, beliefs such as I'm a good friend or I'm a kind of person are part of an overall self-concept. So there are the three components of the self-concept. So first, self-image. Second, ideal self. Third is self-esteem. So, first, self-image. Self-image is the personal view or mental picture that we have ourselves. Self-image is an internal dictionary that describes the characteristics of the self, including such things or intelligent, beautiful, ugly, talented. So, second is the ideal self. Ideal self is idealized version of yourself created out of what you have learned from your life experience. The demands of society and what you have admired in your role models. And the third is self-esteem. So self-esteem is how you value your perceive ourselves. It based on our opinions and beliefs about ourselves, which can sometimes feel really difficult to change. Your self-esteem can affect whether you like value yourself as a person, are able to make decisions and assert yourself.
So my topic is about personal online identity. So what is personal online identity? It is personality attributes of an individual which are not shared with other people. So kaning nga personality na imong gi-show na imong gitago sa imong kagalingon na di nimo ipakita or i-share sa ubang tao. Like for example, you are a kind of person na medyo attitude strict or aggressive. But sometimes if you want to be like in social media, dapat itago nimo or dili nimo i-share kung unsa ta mga bati ni mga attitude para makagain kag daghang likes or daghang mo-follow nimo or daghang subscribe sa imong social media. So that is personal online identity.
Social online identity. Social identity is a person's sense of who they are based on their social group membership. Social identity are usually defined by some physical, social, and mental characteristics of individuals. Next is online identity. Online identity is an online user's social identity that they create in online groups and websites. It may also be thought of as self-presentation is deliberately built.
So my topic is all about online disinnovation effect. So since we have different online identities and sometimes we get to choose of what side of identity we will show in social media, we tend to have this online disinnovation effect. So this is the likelihood to engage in behaviors that we would not do in real life situation. So this online disinnovation is an activity in a social media where we engage different behaviors of ourselves. Like for example, in Facebook, if you are very active, talkative, and friendly and social active, but in real life you are very shy, not talkative, and not active in socializing people. So some people feel safer saying things online which they would not say in real life because they have the ability to remain completely anonymous and invisible behind the computer screen. Somehow this factor contributes to bridging social gaps and expressing oneself in a way that will not do in face-to-face interactions. So there are two types of online disinhibition effect. So first is the benign disinhibition. Second is the toxic disinhibition. So let's talk about first what is benign disinhibition. So benign disinhibition is of course when people tend to self-disclose more on the internet than they would in real life. With the help of internet anonymity, people could share personal feelings or disclose themselves in the way they are reluctant to do in real life. So for example, in Twitter, most people in Twitter use this app to express their feelings or anger towards that person, and there are lots of activities in Twitter that is not good, and it's not sometimes it is not bad, but often most of the time. So the online disinhibition effect also provides chances to express themselves for people who are unwilling to communicate in the real world, like people who are introvert, shy, and socially phobic. So second is the toxic disinhibition. So what is toxic disinhibition? So it represents an increased tendency towards online trolling and inappropriate behaviors. This often contain hostile language, swearing, and event threats. So like for example, in social media, there are lots of users tends to give their attitude toward that people that's not good for them. So sometimes we get to life-threatening, scam, and bullying. So this type of online disinhibition is often shown when rude language, bully, or threaten other online platforms.
Oh, my topic is all about managing responsible online behavior. Good digital citizens behave respectfully, protect their reputation and privacy, watch their tone, and are skeptical. So, protect your reputation. Make sure your child understands the consequence of posting photos and videos and uploading other personal content. Watch your tone. It's often hard to read emotion in posts and emails, and jokes can easily be misinterpreted. Be skeptical. There are many dodgy people, places, and offer online. Not everyone online is who they say they are. It's important for your child to be careful about what they share with people they don't know. So, how can be safe, responsible, and respectful online? So first, don't share your personal information online. Second, think about what you are posting or sharing before you share. 3. Always ask permission before you post a picture of someone else in online. 4. Don't speak to strangers online. 5. Tell an adult if someone asks to meet you online. And that's all. Thank you.